It really did.
Funky.
Funky, funky.
Okay. Lynn Noggle just messaged and said, are we going live? We're 1 minute late.
We're 1 minute late.
Oh my
We're
God.
fashionably late, Lynn.
Oh my. Leave it to Lynn.
If you must know, somebody was knocking on the door to come in.
And we had to show quilts.
We did.
We sold 3.
They're going to start to think if your mouth is moving, you're lying. Because you always lie on this video.
Well, last week you weren't here, and then all of a sudden you showed
I
up.
know, right? I must have been late.
Yeah, I'm not seeing messages even with this new internet. I'm sure Lynn is great.
Sarah said hello.
Oh, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
That's all I have so far is Sarah.
Lynn's mad at me. She's not talking.
She's not talking.
We have a little bit of different color going on here tonight because we shut the lights off in there because we had people motioning.
Did you lock it?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Otherwise, we might have more than this motioning. We might have company.
Have you got other messages you do?
I have Marilyn.
Oh,
Hi,
Marilyn's
Marilyn, Sarah, Ann.
And
That's all I've got. So far, Lynn still hasn't talked to us.
Lynn, don't be mad. Okay, there. I'm seeing the messages.
There you
now.
go. Oh, Claire. Hi, Claire. I gotta stop mentioning people's names because I hate it when we miss people. Because we don't do it intentionally.
Okay, so are we going to show them our show and tell first before we
You
get
do whatever you want.
We got a little bit of a show and tell. Seems like that's what we do. Okay,
What?
so Twyla has her quilt all bound.
I really like the rounded corners. Doesn't that really add? Let me step back, see if we can get.
Oh, good.
Will it show? Or am I too short?
Well,
Is it showing?
Not really, because your arms aren't spread wide enough. Just a minute.
Well, let's. My wingspan isn't that wide.
See how they curve?
Yeah,
It's
I really
nice.
like it.
But you had a tip about that.
I did. So that lovely template thing that we showed last week that was in the thing. The thing you need to do is those 2 points that I showed you that you had to line up on the edge and then you had the curve to mark. Measure from your corner an equal distance down both sides. Figure out what your equal distance is for the points. Otherwise, you can just keep moving that thing around. So it might be, say for instance, 11 and a half inches down from the corner on this way, but this way it might only be 9 and a half
Yeah,
inches.
so you gotta
So then
set
your
your-
angle is a little off. So say it might be 10 and a half inches both ways to make your point an equal distance from the corner before you draw your circle.
So, that's something you learned.
Yep, it was. And luckily, I learned it before I made the cut, which isn't always the case.
The name of that pattern is what Marilyn says.
In the meadow.
In the Meadow, that's one of our new patterns that we're bringing in from our Dallas trip.
So that is the Sunbonnet Sue collection. It uses a layer cake. It uses like a meter or a little bit more of one of the green fabrics for all the green leaves, your background, and then it uses the binding. So that's what you need, a layer cake, a little bit of the green, your background, and a gingham or whatever color you want for the binding. And that's one of those exclusive patterns that should be here
It should be here next week
very soon.
because I paid extra to have it come.
Right, okay.
So we should have them next week. If you want to reserve in the Meadow, make sure you let us know. The bundles, the Sunbonnet bundles that we sold, the 1/4 meter bundles, are sold out at this point, but a lot of people ordered those. So one of those bundles would do that quilt with just the extra green in background.
Do you have any layer cakes left? Because it uses a
Oh
layer
yes,
cake.
we have the layer cakes.
Because that's what it uses, is the layer
Right.
cake.
But our bundles are cut.
Yeah.
If you have a bundle, you can use
You
that
could
because
use
they're the right size. Hi Dawn from Manitoba.
Okay. What
Okay.
else do you want to show?
We want to show this beautiful quilt.
Oh. Like seriously, people, this is the ugliest quilt ever in my
This is
opinion.
not ugly.
It's like horrible.
This is made with the toweling toweling, and the reason we're showing it to you tonight is because it's finally bound,
It is.
all ready to go into the quilt shop. And
I would like it if it was any color but that green.
it's just the perfect cuddle blanket, and with that toweling, it's really quite cuddly.
And that's just, there were 3 extra, I needed 4 to make an extra row, and on the bulb I could only get 3, so it's just a table runner.
Okay.
And
And we have this toweling table runner.
complete with threads sticking to it.
We showed you that when we were doing it, but now it's all quilted and bound. Isn't that cute? I like that one too.
And this is just a bench pillow.
And this is made out of the toweling and a charm pack.
Yeah, that's one of the, what was that Lella boutique that had the honeybees,
Honey.
anyway, that's what that charm pack was. It was a Lella boutique, and the greens in it actually looked really good with that.
Yeah.
So that's all this. So you'd only need about a meter. This wasn't a pattern. This I just did out of my head, but you would need about a meter of your toweling to get this effect, right? And just one, or scraps. You wouldn't even need a mini charm. You could use scraps, right? Whatever.
Yep.
And then just made it into a bench pillow, which is right now stuffed with scrap batting from quilts I've been binding because I didn't have a body pillow and I wasn't buying one.
And this is another one of the charm clubs, all bound.
So this is the one that I told you you may not like the way it looks because it sort of goes by color, but that's the way they had it. This one was, what did I tell you that was called?
This and that? No, it was something.
Was this the knot? No.
That's not, no.
I can't remember, but they had it laid out this way, that with your charm pack, you sort of separated it by colors and ran the colors into one another, like the burgundies going into the greens, going into the blacks. But if you don't like that look, you could
mix them
you
up.
could mix them up and do it however. I just did it that way because that's the way the pattern showed it. That's done out of that vintage Christmas Kansas Trouble line.
Yep. So the charm club, we've got probably, how many do we have made now? We have about 8 of them out of 24.
Are you showing this one yet, or
Yeah,
wait till you?
let's show it.
This one isn't quilted.
It's not quilted, but it's really cute. I like it.
So this one is done out of, let me go up close so you can see the line. Do you remember this line of boutiques that came in with all the different dots? So she cut the 5-inch squares or 5.5-inch squares to make the packs. And it's just all those different colors.
So do you remember the name of that one? No. We'll get them printed off and labeled and posted online. For the charm club, if you buy 10, you get the 11th free. If you buy the 20th, you get the 21st free. And at the end of a certain time, I haven't posted it, but the person with the most done, there will be a grand prize for it. That's the charm club.
So what if there's more than one person?
Their names
They'll
will go in the
go
draw.
into the draw and a
There
wheel?
will be a draw, and there
Okay.
will be a grand
Are
prize.
there any questions?
So I think
Man, the internet drags. I'm still walking across the floor on my phone and I'm sitting down. Oh dear.
so. Our Starlight has one more block after this one, right?
It has.
No, maybe 2.
There's 2 more months, and I don't know that we're on month 6. Month 7 is blocks. Month 8 might be like the layout and the borders and stuff. It might be. I'm not convinced that there were blocks in the 8th month. Usually your last one is your setting and
So
whatever.
Jackie, if you're watching this, the block of the months have to be sent out this week for next one.
Poor Jackie.
I know.
So, we had, okay, so this is September the what?
Today is September the 8th.
And this is the Starlight block of the month. We are on month 6. We do it the 2nd Monday of every month. So, October,
Can I say something
November.
before, because it's on my mind. The block of the month that we're starting, that Debbie Hill requested,
Mhm.
called Bloom.
Mhm.
We have ordered only 5. Like there's a lot. Like there's 50 some people doing that so long. We had to order templates. So in order to make sure that you can participate in that, you need to pre-order the templates. We've only got 5 extra. but we've got over 50 people doing it, so the odds of somebody else wanting to join are pretty good. So think about it.
Now, that isn't to say that we couldn't get more. We could, but they may not be in time for you to start the same time we start, right?
Right.
So
So
we can always get templates. You may just have to wait a while.
right.
But if you want to be able to start when we start, but we're not starting till the new year.
Right.
So like month 7 will be October for this one. Month 8 will be November.
And we're
In
taking
December, we probably won't start anything in December. December's a busy month for everybody.
We're going to be
probably
busy,
start
doing other
in
things.
January. And hopefully by then we'll have all our supplies in and have everything
So in
cut.
January, we start our new block of the month. Well, I always say it wrong. And we're starting our new sew along, which is going to be a mystery.
You think we'll be done the other one by then?
Pretty close.
Okay.
And we will reveal the finished product in January so that you'll
She's
know.
got high hopes.
Nancy's making it.
Oh, that one.
Yes.
Okay. I thought you were talking something else.
No, Nancy's making it. We're going to reveal it in January. Right
No,
after
I was
Christmas.
thinking the other thing that you had broadcast.
What would that be?
An article. Well,
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that too soon. But we have to do this one in January because of the Christmas stuff. I mean. Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
woman has verbal. Okay.
January, we have something to show you.
We do. Okay. Let's move on. Moving on.
Talking about it.
Okay, so month 6. I had some people reach out to me and they were confused by the directions. They thought there were some missing. There was more than one person that reached out actually. So what they were confused, there was 2 things they were confused about. One thing they were confused about, there's no measurements on here so I can show you, is that it says month 6. Whoops, wait till I get to the right spot. Right here, I think it goes like this. Month 6, it had this, and then it went right into this. So people thought the directions for this were missing. They're not. These all are part of month 6, but because this is labeled block 6, and then this page is labeled block 7A and 7B, they thought that like it was confused that these were labeled wrong or this was part of month 7 or whatever. That's not the case. This is all month 6, and as we go through, you'll see how it goes. So just this fabric key goes for this particular block that you have to make 4 of. This fabric key goes for these blocks, and you make 2 of this one and 2 of this one. But when you get to the directions, the reason this looks like it's missing, this one looks like it's missing, is in the directions, it gives you the directions to make this part of the block. It tells you to make 6, because 4 are used in this one, 2 are used in 7B, I think is the one it's used in, whichever one it's pointed the right direction. So those 6 blocks, the directions are there, and then the opposite direction so that this points in the opposite direction is there to make the 2 that you need for the opposite side so that these go in opposite directions, plus all the directions for the other piecing. So if you take your steps, step by step, and do what it says, it's all there, and it isn't labeled wrong. So we're not actually going to show you how to sew this week because there is nothing new. It's squares in the square in a square, which we've done in the past months. It's flippy corners, which we've done in the past. So just take your time, and I'll show you here. So we said we needed 4 of the month 6. This one. So if you take this sheet, it said to make 4 of these. If you take this sheet and look, there is, when I find it, there's 1 there, month 6. I can't read these. Month 6, and month 6. And then there's 2 of the 7A right there, and right down there, and there's 2 of the 7B. Right there and right down there. So it's all there, it's just labeled funny. I don't know why they didn't call it like block 6A, block
Because they
6B, block
usually do.
6C. I don't know why they jumped to the 7 numbers in month 6, but they did. But it
So
just,
that is confusing.
it is confusing. And the fact that it had the 2 pictures right in a row with no directions in between, I think people thought that the directions for this one was missing. But if you go in, all 3 of those blocks that you have to make are all in here. And some of the pieces you make for some of them, you set aside till you get to the month 7 ones, okay? So the only other thing I want to show you, so here's your blocks, somewhere. So here's your blocks. So these are the ones that you make 4 of. So they're very easy. Again, you've got some of those points to line up, or you'll just want to do either the poke-a-pin method or the wing-it method, like Deb does. That works out for her perfectly. Whatever you want to do. The only other thing I'm going to show you is that in these blocks, be careful, it tells you to set, these are 4 different fabrics in the 7A and 7B blocks. You may not be able to tell, they're very close, but these are 4 different fabrics. It tells you to sew these 4 square and a square blocks together, end to end, in a certain order. But when you go to make your 2 blocks, this one, here, you hold,
This one?
yeah, because they go like this. When you go to make your 2 blocks, if you look, your light one is here and it works out to your dark on this one. Make sure that on this one, your light's over this block and goes out to the dark. Because it would be easy to flip that upside down and have your dark here. And in the quilt, I think you want that ombre effect, like the light to the dark in the placement where the blocks are. So just be careful that you flip those in the right direction when you sew it on. That was the only thing that was tricky.
This could be interesting to have made in the ombre fabric.
Oh, it would have. It would have, yeah. So again, those blocks there, right there, is the one that you make 6 of. You use 4 in month 6, right here. And then when you go to do month 7, you use 2 of them here. And then you make 2 in the opposite direction here, and then the directions are there for the rest of the piecing. So it really, it's confusing, but take it one step at a time, and it all works out. Don't try to figure it out ahead of time. I honestly thought when somebody had met, the first person messaged me, and then the second person messaged me, and I thought, when I got looking, I thought there is mistakes in this. Like, it wasn't making sense. But then when I really started delving into it, it's all there. I just don't like the way they have it labeled. So next month will be block 7. I didn't call it my pattern. I wonder what month 7 is. I wonder how many there is. So this time you had to do 8 blocks.
8?
Right? 4 of the first one and 2 of each of the other ones. I don't know if I have it over here. Let's see what next.
I can't wait to lay it out. Oh, that's easy.
This is month 7 coming up next month.
And we are going to mail those out this week.
So, because they jumped ahead in month 6, you know how some of them were labeled month 6 and then some blocks were labeled 7 in 7A and 7B. This is month 7 and the blocks are labeled 8A and 8B because they jumped ahead with that one. So it is confusing, but I have no doubt that the directions are correct after muddling through that one. Let's see if block 8, month 8 doesn't have blocks. Month 8 is
putting it together.
Is the putting it together.
Yep. Can they still get the pattern? Yes, we still have the pattern. So if you want that, Gloria, just send us a private message.
I'm sure everybody knows what the quilt looks like. I don't know if I've got
It's
a picture.
called Starlight.
It is, but I don't know if I've got the piece of the kit that shows the
Tyler, where's my quilt?
what quilt. You
That's
sold
sold.
it.
I'm
You
sorry,
sold it.
Right.
This is what this doesn't do
Yes.
it justice because it's just in that colorway, but that's what we're doing. The Starlight.
Yeah, I forgot that quilt sold.
So we don't have a lot left to do. What? How many did I say next?
7
Only
days.
4. Oh no, there's block 9 too, right there.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's probably a few blocks there next week, but that looks easy too because they're square and a square, basically is all it is. And the putting it put together isn't gonna be bad when you look at that layout. Other than, I think there's going to be some points to match up in these blocks, right? Yeah. Okay, does anybody have any questions? Was that clear as mud?
Jessie said hi. She must just be getting on. Sandra. Hi, Sandra.
Let's see, what else is there? Anybody else? No. Gloria. Okay.
Yeah, so message if you want that pattern, because as soon as everybody starts posting that quilt, it's going to be beautiful.
It will
Everybody's
be.
gonna want it.
I can't wait to see the different colorways all put together, like the kits that went out in the different
Oh, I
colorways
know.
too,
I
right?
can't wait to see the
Because there was
one.
purple,
I know the purple, the
There were-
green, and 2 blues.
2 different blues.
Yeah.
One was the
So-
original fabric that came with it, and one was
So where's your phone? Is there anybody else that said anything?
it's right
Oh,
here.
there.
Yeah, right here. I don't think so. I think that's it.
Okay, so this week we're going to send out the next block. This week also, I shouldn't say that. I want to explain a little bit. We are not shipping this weekend coming. So for anybody that hasn't been on Friday Night Frenzy, you might not realize it. We are shipping every other weekend now. So the shipment that went out today, it's going to be 2 more weeks before we have another shipment to go out. So, but they will go out on the next shipment. Also, we are invoicing for those of you that reserved the surprise boxes. A few of you, these are the leftover boxes. A few of you may
It's
receive.
cute.
I know it is. A few of you might receive the new box because this design is almost gone. Do want to say that you will still be invoiced on Friday, sometime over the weekend. We would very much appreciate if you would pay the invoice.
Even if you don't plan on ordering the next week,
Pay it.
because then you'll just get your shipping invoice.
Right. So if you don't order the second week, you'll get an invoice just for shipping. This week, you will just get an invoice for the product that you have ordered. Anything else?
I don't think so. There's still a couple Christmas stockings left. I'm wrapping presents every week.
She's doing it. Yes, she's doing it.
And what else? Soon gonna be time for the retreat.
And
Getting exciting.
we are collecting some quilts for the fire victims. So if you want to send us a quilt, or if you want to send a donation, there are some people that have just sent some quilt tops. So if you want to donate a quilt backing, then you could do that. If you don't want to do anything, that's fine. No pressure.
Oh, Lynn's doing the purple block of the month.
Oh, I can't wait to
Somebody
see it.
else had posted some pictures with the purple. It was gonna be pretty, I think.
I think
Yep.
so too.
And Susan says maybe she'll start it this week.
Susan Swan.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Karen.
Samson?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi, Karen.
Okay.
I think that's it for tonight, everybody. Thank you for watching. Make sure you post your progress online. We would love to see it. And next week, our sew along is what?
Is the vintage Christmas sampler that we're doing
Right.
with the
And you're
that,
doing
that the pattern shows it in the vintage Christmas, but we're not doing. Deb didn't want Christmas, so we're switching out a few blocks. We are doing the flying geese part of it this week.
So if you want a vintage Christmas pattern, just make sure you message us because we have some more of those en route, hopefully Friday night. I have to say that if you have ordered something and you're working on a project and you need a piece of fabric, you don't have to wait 2 weeks for it. You just have to send us a private message and we will send it out to you. But as a general rule, we're only shipping out every 2 weeks.
Yep.
Okay.
But we know what a quilting emergency is. If you need it, we'll ship it.
We'll get it in today if you got an emergency. Those are big emergencies.
They are. Okay.
Good
Have
night.
a good week, guys.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.